Welcome to the Executive Exchange, our weekly radio show that brings local executives to share their experiences with the listening audience, a way to add value to the things that we do in our community. I am very, very proud today to bring Tim Ketron back, and that's the first time this has occurred, so I'm honored that he has returned to give us an update on what it is that he is doing. So Tim, let us begin by telling us what's changed since the last time that you were here?
Well, thanks for having me again, George. The first thing is our name. We've rebranded, changed the name to Primise, PRIMYCE.com. We just thought it needed to be something irrelevant, easier to say, shorter syllables kind of a thing. So we just came up with something off of primary choice, merged it together, and Primise is what we got.
Okay, so what was the other name that you had? Remind us here real quickly.
RE Guide Pro.
So, and what was the problem with that name?
Well, first off, nobody knew how to say it. So people called it Re-Guide Pro instead of RE Guide Pro. And, after almost 2 years of trying to correct the way people would say it, I decided it needed to change.
Okay. Yeah, it's really funny. I remember hearing different people from different cultures with different accents calling it something different every time. So that was pretty interesting. I thought it was kind of funny. So I don't think we really know what RE Guide Pro is, or even should be. Why don't you just take a few minutes and share with us your story? How did you become involved into this type of business? What is this type of business, and what is it designed to do?
Well, my background is in real estate title, so I used to close loans. In doing that, I got to sit at the table, execute the documents, and one of the beauties was hearing the stories. So after 5,000 or 6,000 closings that I did, and hearing the same things over and over and over again, just came to the realization there's a lot of information out there that's just not getting to these consumers. A lot of choices, different options that they have that they're just not taking advantage of because they don't know. So I created this system with the idea that we would be able to put everything that you're capable of choosing. So the title companies, the lenders, the realtors, whether you want realtors, whether you're paying cash, whether you want an attorney, whatever it may be, there's a tremendous amount of options. So we wanted to be able to provide them all to you before any sort of influence could be made.
Okay, that's a lot of information, I think, for anybody to grasp all at once. So let's break this down a little bit systematically to, I think, better have some comprehension. Let's just make believe that we have this guy, his name is Colin, just for the sake of picking a name. And Colin has got a brand new family, been married for 2 years and has a baby on the way, and that has now decided to buy their first home, family home, in Warren County. Let's just say Front Royal, okay? But he's never done this before. So if he goes to your site, what can he expect? What does he get by going into your site?
Well, I think first let's set up what he would do without the site. So he would find a realtor, whether it be on a sign somewhere, on a billboard, on a car, somebody says use such and such. He would end up going to that realtor, and most likely the realtor is going to give him a few options of title companies and lenders that they work closely with, because the consumers just usually don't even know what a title company is once they get in front of the realtor. So what happens is all of the choices that you do have are just handed over in that moment. What we're going to do is be that starting point. So instead of going to that realtor first, you go to us first. We will help you find a realtor that is suited to fit everything that you're looking for, based on a tremendous amount of filtering that you can be as descriptive as you would like. After that, you'll be able to go in and find your lender and find your title company, once again, based on the cost, based on the service, what it is that you're looking for, and create a team that is truly based on fitting your exact needs. So every situation is different. There's going to be a different type of service needed for each situation, and we're going to create a platform that just hands it over to you.
Okay, how far ahead are you now on creating this platform?
We're very close to complete with it. We're actually in beta as of right now. Beta meaning that it's in a test phase. So we're encouraging feedback. We're encouraging people to go to it and just take a look at it. It's not completely populated at this point, but it's more about functionality. Making sure that before we do introduce it to the world, it's able to operate the way that we want it to.
Okay, well let's go back to Colin and him and his young wife and his young family buying their home for the first time and going through that experience. And what I'm going to do now is just kind of use myself in terms of an experience. I've bought multiple homes in different states throughout my life, at different stages of my life. So I remember the second home that we bought was in the state of North Carolina, and I was literally living overseas, and I didn't have any children yet, but for some reason my wife thought that we were going to have children. So she was a person that literally went through the process without me. I participated in that process remotely, if you would. Back in those days, we used Polaroids. So that was how remote it was. So you're right. The way that she did it was she found a real estate agent, and thank God that particular real estate agent was very good to us and worked very hard, for us to have a good process. In other occasions, we had to literally change agents in midstream because we just didn't click, and there were certain things that just weren't working out, and the experience was just not what we wanted it to be. So then it sounds like what you're doing is you're giving that consumer, whether it's a first-time buyer, second or third, you're giving that consumer the choice to select not only the agent that they want, but also the rest of their buying experience team, if you would.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. And, to go back to what you just said about being overseas, the idea is that no matter where you are, even if you're moving to, the other side of the country, you can create your team from here and, essentially have them waiting on the tarmac for you when you get there. They're already established. So you've already gone through that process, if you're relocating, of establishing a team that is truly built to fit what you're looking for.
Well, let's kind of talk about that team a little bit, because what I remember was that I needed more than just a real estate agent or a title company. I remember I needed people to inspect the house. I needed, plumbers to kind of look at everything else. How does that work with it, with this experience that you're creating?
Well, we also, the secondary part of our system is called local services. And local services would be anything home related. You'll be able to go in and search for your home inspector, search for a home warranty company, a homeowner's insurance companies, anything that you need as part of that home buying process, refinancing process, home selling process. You would be able to go in and find exactly what you're looking for, as far as the local services go. So if you needed a plumber, you would go in and put in the zip code. All of the plumbers that are in the system in that zip code are going to show up so that you can compare them side by side. They'll have the options or the opportunity to sell you on something. Maybe they want to give you a free steak dinner for having them come and inspect your house.
Okay, well
or whatever it may be.
That just made me hungry. I like that. So let's just take the example. So let's just say I'm a plumber. And my name is Colin Jr. because, Colin just bought the house, but I'm Colin Jr. and I'm a plumber. How do I get into your system so that people can find me?
You would just go in and register under local services. We do have a membership fee. The membership fee is $25 a month for all local services.
Wow, that's a gift. So let me ask you this: where do I go? Give me this. Give me the website. I need to write this down right away. What's the address?
www.premise.com. And then you would just go to local services sign up. And once you go in there, you'll see that you can create a very detailed profile that separates you from any of the other competition. The whole idea of the system is to create industry transparency as well as competitive opportunity for everyone, so that it's completely fair and your service and cost separate you, not the influence of others to persuade them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tim. Please take another few minutes to slowly give that address and spell it out so that the listening audience can actually write it down and go there and check it out.
Yeah, it's www.primyce.com. And you just go to local services, and it's very intuitive when you get there to local services sign up, and $25 a month, and that's it. You're good to go.
Okay, take about 30 seconds and just share with the audience something that you've learned in the last couple of years as you've been, creating this company that you want to share with the audience.
Oh gosh, I've learned a lot. What I've learned is that creating a website is very difficult when I thought it would be very simple. So this process, patenting this thing, getting people on board, and all of the back end stuff that I just was not prepared or aware of when I started. It's been a learning experience. It's been fun. If I did it again, which I do plan on building several more, it'll be a whole lot different.
Well, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. And for those of you that are listening out there to this radio show, the Radio Exchange, you heard it from Tim. You got to have fun, no matter how difficult the task is. Otherwise, it's just something that consumes you. Go to his site, check it out. If you're somebody that is in the local services, whether you're a master plumber, an electrician, an HVAC company, there's ways that you can be found, be searched, and become part of a team that advances your experience as a business person. Again, this is George Gutierrez from the BMOP Group, your host, today with Tim Ketron from Premise, our first returning guest that has been sharing with you his experiences about being an entrepreneur in the Shenandoah Valley. Before I let you go, I want to give it back to Tim one more time, because it doesn't matter how many times he used that address, I keep forgetting it. So say it about 3 times for everybody to hear you loud and clear in radio listening land.
www.primyce.com. And when you get in there, go to sign up, local services, very easy. Once again, www.primyce.com.
All right, thank you very much, Tim.
Yep, thank you.
Sincerely appreciate you spending the time here with us today. This is George Gutierrez from Executive Exchange, signing off until next Saturday. Bye-bye.